Representing Arkansas, head coach Dave Van Horn, second baseman Rick Nomura, third baseman Bobby Wernis, and left fielder Joe Serrano. Coach, if you'd begin with an opening statement.
Well, I just appreciate the effort that this team, put out this year. We've come a long way, and so proud of them. And we're just for continuing to play so hard. You kind of saw a little bit of what we've been doing for the last 45 days in today's game, just grinding and trying to stay in games, trying to find a way to win a game. And we played a lot of close games. And these guys, they're pretty tough mentally, and we never shut it down. And I told them that out there in the outfield that, you'll never see me, hopefully, shed a tear when you finish your season in Omaha, because I'm so proud of these guys.
Open the floor to questions. As a reminder, please introduce yourself and the agency you represent.
Mike Molloy from the Orlando Sentinel. Coach, I know your starter was hurting today. I think Keaton's had a hip injury. Is that right? How much was he in pain out there? How much did he have today?
He did a great job giving us 4. He was pretty much done, and Coach Jordan went out and talked to him. The previous hitter, he said, I'm about done. Coach asked him, and so made the visit, finished getting a pitcher ready, and I think they were thinking about bunting. I don't remember what happened there, but once we got the out, we made the move. We didn't want to hurt him, but he said he didn't have much left. And, I just appreciate the effort. Let him rest up all summer and get strong and hopefully come back and have a great sophomore year.
Bob.
Bob Holt, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Dave and maybe Joe or Bobby, whoever. Jacob Hayward, 9-hole hitter, had a monster game. So what did you think of his playing, Dave? Did you think about walking him to set up the double play there in the 9th, since that run really didn't mean anything?
No, not at all. We're going to let him bunt him over. We got him down real quick, a couple of strikes, so there's no reason to put him on. Now, if it would have gone to a 3-2 count or something else, I guess you could make a decision. He just got a little bit of an elevated curveball and did a nice job. I mean, he had a mistake.
Just what you think of his game, and maybe what you think of his game? Maybe Bobby or Joe could comment on what a big day he had too.
Joe, could you begin? Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, it looked like he was seeing a beach ball out there. Everything we were throwing him, low, away, up, in. I mean, he was just handling the bat really well, and wish him the best of luck the rest of the College World Series.
Are there any further questions? Here in the front.
Bobby, I think you had the tying hit there in the 8th, I think it was. Can you tell me about that at bat? What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, I saw quite a few pitches, and he just kept fouling pitches off, and I finally just got a elevated fastball. I got enough barrel on. So, yeah, just trying to get it on to the next guy, and got the best hitter in the nation behind me. So I'm gonna see something to hit for sure.
Hey, Gerard Gilberto, NCAA.com. Rick, you picked up today for Benintendi. You almost reached base 5 times. How important was it for someone to fill that gap when he couldn't get things going?
I just feel like it's a team game, and, there's no I in our team. And I'm just proud of my teammates for this whole year. They always worked hard, and, they always put their best foot forward. And, sometimes that's just baseball, and you just have to go with the flow and hope your teammates will pick you up.
Bob.
Dave, Rick obviously had a really good game today, but that was a tough deal there with the bases loaded. What did you see in that? What did you think of his game? What did you see in the last at bat he had? And Rick, if you could go through that when the bases were loaded.
Well, I thought he put together a pretty good at bat. I mean, this, I think it was Garcia came in. He's got a really good arm. I think he was a starter for them early in the season, and I've been using him as a closer. I saw him pitch the other night. I came back to the game and watched it, and he's got good stuff. And he threw fastballs and threw him a couple of change-up. He fouled it off, just about got it, and then he finally came with that breaking ball, and it was a good pitch that Rick needed to swing at because it was too close to take. And you know, he just hit it right at the second baseman. I mean, if he hits it one way or the other, he's got a shot to get it through, and that's kind of the way it works. But Rick had a great day for us. I think he had a double, a couple, 3 singles, got a RBI or 2, so just proud of him.
Bob, could you reiterate your question to Rick?
Yeah, Rick, if you just talk about your day and that last at bat, like Dave said, it was a pretty good at bat, but just didn't go your way.
Oh yeah, he was giving me a lot of great pitches, and you know he's a great pitcher, and you just gotta tip your hat to him. And I was just trying to get the fat part of the bat on the ball, and I was just gonna let everything take care of itself.
We'll take 2 more questions, starting with Aaron here.
Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball. You know, Joe, obviously, kind of a bittersweet moment, but have you had a chance yet to reflect at all on your career and on this season and, you know, how far this team did come, you know, despite having to overcome some adversity?
I mean, a little bit. Tears I shed on the field, they're more just because I'm going to miss being around such a great group of guys. But us being here at the College World Series, it just shows you how much heart and how much will this team really has. And it really speaks volumes for the University of Arkansas and the coaching staff as to what we could accomplish. We obviously started out with a struggling year, and just to pick it up and carry momentum all the way into postseason. I mean, you don't see many teams do that, and it's special to be a part of something, especially a team like this that can accomplish so much.
We'll take one final question. Seeing none, on behalf of the NCAA, I'd like to congratulate Arkansas, the student athletes, and Coach Van Horn on an excellent season. Thank you for joining us. Miami will be with us in just a moment.
Thank you.
Representing Miami, head coach Jim Morris, right fielder Willie Abreu, outfielder Jacob Hayward, and starting pitcher Thomas Woodry. Coach, if you'd begin with an opening statement.
I'll be Mr. Hayward. Mr. Hayward. You know, well, first of all, I want to congratulate Arkansas on their season. You know, they did a great job of every inning coming back, getting the leadoff guy on, and for 5 straight innings, they got the leadoff guy and kept answering back. And that's credit to a good team. They kept battling, and they got you can see why they won and why they're in the World Series, and did a great job there. But for us, huge win. It's a huge win. It's a great way. Of course, Willie's double to get it going, and Mr. Hayward's day. I mean, goodness gracious. He had an unbelievable day from the 2-run homer to everything he did was right. I got to be honest with you. I bunted him over when we were bunting there in the bottom of the 10th, and he didn't get it over. I was almost glad because I just had a feeling he was going to get a hit. It was one of those days, and of course he ripped it, and you knew it was going to score when they did that. Brian Garcia did a great job getting a win there at the end. So big win for our team, really good win, and to keep us alive in the series.
We'll open the floor for questions in the second row.
George Richards, Miami Herald. Jacob, just talk a little bit about your day. Obviously, the 2-run jack got you guys up 2-0, and you just kept it going from there.
Had fun. It's a blessing to be here, College World Series with my teammates, and just playing hard for my teammates. I wasn't playing at the start of the year, and I just appreciate Coach for having faith in me, and all my teammates having faith in me just for respect of me being a player, and just wanted to do the best I could for my teammates. And I feel like they deserve that, and we all know that we worked hard all season and just have fun and play the game hard for my team.
Here in the front row.
Jacob, there was the play in the 7th was a strange one where you were going to third and they tried to throw behind you to get you out. Did you have any idea that throw was coming? And then once the ball got away, did you know it was away, or did you just hear your base coach or your teammates yelling to go home? Or just describe what happened on that.
Honestly, it was just a reaction. I knew I had the speed to get to third base on that play to try my best to get there. Just noticing the College World Series that everybody, every time somebody was aggressive in the game, they always made the other team make a mistake. And I wanted to be aggressive and take the opportunity. And then when I slid in, I saw the ball go away, and Gino was yelling, go home, just went straight home.
Mitch
Sherman, ESPN.com. Coach Morris, clearly today with Jacob is kind of the top of his game, but what have you seen all season for him to make the progress that he has over his freshman year and then throughout this season?
Well, he's worked hard, and I'm sure Jacob will remember today I called him in to talk to him because I was concerned, because he's got the tools to be a good player. He's got great genes. Everybody in his family does, and great family. And I called him in just to talk to him, make sure that he understood I still believed in him, to keep his head up, that he wasn't playing. And his response was, "You don't worry about me, Coach." He goes, "I'll be there to play when you call my name." And to be honest with you, when he got his first chance to play, he got a couple hits and stayed in there and got a couple more hits, and all of a sudden, he's a guy who can win a game for you with a home run or steal a base, and it's great to see it because he's worked very, very hard to get where he's at.
In the back.
Rich Kipest, Omaha World Herald. Jacob, there's a disappointment that comes with not getting that bunt down. Did you kind of have to step back and collect yourself and kind of rethink things?
Yeah. We're trying to win a ball game. It would have been terrible if I struck out with a man on second base and no outs, and nothing happened, So they had a very good pitcher on the mound, so, they had to have a good at-bat, try to put the barrel on the ball, let it happen.
Here in the front row.
Coach, their starter was coming off of an injury, and it looked like you guys were very patient taking a lot of pitches up there. Was that the game plan, to be patient, to try to run his pitch count up and get him out of there?
Well, we lead the nation in on-base percentage, and that's due to being patient. But we knew that, we knew he had a hip injury, and, I really had hoped we would bunt him a little bit more to test him, see how he was moving around. But, we try to be patient as a team and try to work the pitch count. And I personally feel like you're better hitters when you see more pitches. And even though I've had some hitters that would argue with me that over the years, many years. But our players work that. Gino talks a lot about it as our hitting coach. And they work hard. Our hitters work very hard.
Aaron
Fit, D1 Baseball. Willie, did you feel like off the bat, you got all that thing. It seemed like you put a pretty good charge into it.
I've been missing workouts, honestly. No, I'm kidding. No, I felt like I just wanted to get a good swing on the ball, just be able to get on base and be able to do something for my team. But I was lucky enough to get it in there and get a double and get a good rally start for my team.
Here in the second row.
Jim, I wanted to ask you about Thomas's start. Obviously, it was a pitcher's duel, which a lot of us weren't expecting early on. You guys had no hits for a few innings. They only had the one. Could you talk a little bit about Thomas?
I mean, Woody threw good. I mean, he threw very good, and we've got no complete games this year as a team. So, and our bullpen's been a huge part of our success. So, I have a tendency to go to the bullpen early, which I'm sure the starting pitchers don't like sometimes. But he pitched very well, and Mike Medavilla is a freshman All-American, has pitched very well, and I felt like that we got to the seventh inning. He'd thrown quite a few pitches at that point, pitching very good, but we had a lead, and I thought that the right move. JD and I talk. We talk. I talk to my coaches all the time. To be honest with you, whether it's about hitting or pitching, whatever it may be. But we went to that. But he pitched well, and I felt like at that time, but we would come in and give up no runs because our bullpen's done that many times.
On the right.
Eric Vandervoort, NCAA.com. For any of the players, what's the deal with the monkey?
Thomas, can you begin for us?
I honestly have no clue. What, Peter brought it?
That's something new. We just started doing today, actually. I mean, he's 1 for 1, so I guess we're gonna keep him around. We were supposed to bring him to the press conference, but I think he was busy. He had interviews inside the locker room. But we'll see if we can get him around here a little later, if you guys want to stick around.
Mitch in the back.
Mitch Sherman, ESPN.com. Jacob, can you elaborate a little bit more on that conversation that Coach Morris referred to early in the year when you weren't playing, and where that attitude comes from with you?
Attitude is not everything's going to be the way you want it to be. There's things that we had to do for this team to be a better team, and it wasn't my time to be there. So I just feel like all I had to do is just work hard and be patient and understand that my time was going to come, and have fun with my teammates. I love these guys, man. I love the University of Miami. I love my coaches. And just work hard. Just have fun with my teammates. Work hard, get better. We go to college to get better as baseball players. Not just all about playing. Sometimes you can take your time and work and do all the things you have to do. And I just staying patient and just having fun.
We'll take 2 more questions, starting with Michael.
Mike Lanana, Baseball America. Thomas, you're facing one of the top lineups in the country, one of the best hitters in the country in that lineup, and Andrew Benintendi, and you shut them down today. I mean, what was your approach out there, and what's going through your head facing elimination today out there on the mound?
The game kind of had a feeling that it was kind of back and forth, a bunch of zeros in the beginning, and honestly, that was a really good lineup. They battled pretty hard, and I was just trying to keep putting up zeros. I knew that our offense, with how we've been all year, we were going to break through sooner or later in that game, and it came with Jacob's home run. And that was my plan, was to keep us tied up and let my offense strike first.
And the final question here in the front row.
Coach, you're going to be facing a familiar opponent, either Florida or Virginia. Just very quickly, can you give us an idea of what you expect out of those one of those two teams on Wednesday?
Well, they're both hot. I mean, Virginia's been hot, and Florida's been hot. So, they're both outstanding clubs, both playing well, and everybody out here is good. So it's, I'm not either club. We just got to be ready to play.
I'd like to thank the student athletes and Coach Morris for joining us. For individual interviews, please coordinate with Cameron Gorby outside of this area. Miami will play again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. There's a spin this one there. I got it. 1, 2, and 3. I got it. Thank you. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Welcome. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks. Appreciate it.